Today, you're going to learn Wing Chun wooden dummy techniques. That means you'll learn Wing Chun techniques on the wooden dummy. I'm going to teach you 12 Wing Chun techniques and show you how to do them right here on the wooden dummy. Wing Chun techniques. When it comes to the subject of Wing Chun techniques, some say there are many. Others say there's only 3 Wing Chun hand techniques. Whatever approach you take, what I'm going to teach here is 12 specific Wing Chun techniques that you can do on the dummy, and I will show you those 3 that make up all the rest. Okay, the 3 Wing Chun techniques that make up all the other techniques. In other words, they're versions of these, and we call these the 3 families of Wing Chun techniques. They are Fook Sao, Bong Sao, and Tan Sao. 1, the Fook Sao. Controlling hand. There's different ways to think of the translation of this, but this is Fook Sao, this is Tan Sao, and this is Bong Sao. Bong Sao. Okay? Those are the 3. Now let me go on a little bit more about what they do. The Fook Sao is on the outside. It's considered a yang-based technique. In other words, it's a controlling more outside and over someone. The Tan Sao is more of a yielding-based position, and it is inside and under. Okay? And then the Bong Sao is a transition between the 2. And that basically does, if you can't go on a Tan Sao, if you can't come in on a Tan Sao, you can roll to a Bong Sao in order to possibly get to a Fook Sao, or to even get back to the Tan Sao based position. Now these are positions and techniques. You can have a Tan Sao based punch, Tan Sao based punch. You can have a Fook Sao based punch. Now we have our other techniques that we're talking about, a Wu Sao. A Wu Sao is a protective hand. So let's say if you're doing a Bong Sao, you have a protective hand that goes with it. That's a Wu Sao. You could be doing a Fook Sao, right? The Jum Sao is a sinking hand. So if someone, now this is a little high for a Jum Sao, but here, boom, it sinks. Someone's coming in, it's from a Fook Sao based position, it sinks. So what it does is it sinks that energy. Make sure that your Jum Sao goes forward in its effort and not down. All energy in Wing Chun goes forward and is driven by the elbow. That's a Jum Sao. And now we have a Dai Bong, which is just another version of the Bong Sao. The Dai Bong is a low Bong, okay? So it releases the hand down further. The elbow stays more up. The elbow does not come down here on a Dai Bong. Be careful of that, because if you do, you'll get smushed in from pressure. Keep the elbow high as this goes down. That's going to take some stretching. This is a quick stretch you can do to help you here to get a better Bong Sao. A Gong Sao. A Gong Sao is made up of 2 different, a high upper gong and a lower gong. The upper gong is here, and the lower gong is here, also referred to as a scissors Gong Sao. So some people do their Gong Saos this way, some people do it more this way. Either way, they're still generally Gong Saos, and they scissors. Now you can see a scissors, I can do it this side, I could do it this side, this side. Make sure your energy goes into the center as you do it, okay? That's a Gong Sao, and the Gong Sao splits the energy. Okay, so it is an entry, but at the same time it's entering, it splits the energy away. So that's what a gong really is doing, and it's splitting an up and a down line, which is very difficult for someone else to follow. Now the Kwan Sao Wing Chun technique is a rotating hands. Lower Bong and a Tan higher. Other side, you do it higher on the higher hand, you can do it on the lower. Either one is fine, but that is a Kwan Sao. Now the Kwan Sao is for when you get trapped up You're double under, someone's controlling over top of you. You're going to roll out of that, okay? And if they're here, they're giving you pressure, maybe you roll to the other side, roll to the other side, roll out, right? So that was a Kwan Sao. The next Wing Chun technique is a Lap Sao. A Lap Sao is a grabbing hand. So when we generally grab in Wing Chun, we're going to try to keep our thumb here. Also sometimes known as a monkey grip in Jiu-Jitsu or other grappling arts. Grab here, okay, and go here. Try not to grab this way. Here and lower, all right? So that's a lap. You can use that in combine with a bong. There's a called a Lap Sao drill. A bong, right? Lap, grabbing, punch as you come through. Go bong, lap, lap, grab and lower, and then punch. Bong, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Next one is a Fook Sao. The Fook Sao is a slapping hand. Boom, 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 boom. In Sunim Tao, if you're practicing Silam Tao or Sunim Tao, a lot of these Poks you'll see go sideways. That is not the first choice of a Pok. The first choice of a Pok is going to be forward, with the elbow behind it. Fight from behind the elbow. Very, very important. So the Fook Sao is a slapping based hand, and you're going to use gang lick as you do it. So you notice into the center as you go. Then we have a Po Pai. A Po Pai is really cool. A Po Pai means to embrace the edges. Some people use this as a double palm strike, but in our specific lineage, we don't do this. This is more like a controlling maneuver here, right? Controlling the edges of someone. So it's you're pursuing. You've got their center at this point, and then you're pursuing it. You can change to different things, but you're on the edges, kind of here, and you're controlling, right? So that's a Po Pai. The next one is one of my favorites, and this is both a technique, but what I really love about it is its concept. The Mahn Sao. The Mahn Sao is an asking hand. This, when we start our Wing Chun, our dummy, we have a Mahn Sao and a Wu Sao. So they go together a lot. In fact, that forms the formation of a chain punch. The Mahn Sao and the Wu Sao position. So they could be here or here. Now the concept is really the coolest thing. When you don't know what to do, you ask. That is the coolest thing about Mahn Sao. And really the concept of Wing Chun is when you don't know anything, you ask the question. And you're then going to get feedback. And what is the question that you're asking? Are you going to let me get to your center? Well, a fight is just a conversation. So how do you control a conversation? You ask. You ask the question. So you're constantly asking. Oh, this one? Oh, fine. I'm going to ask with this one or that one, right? They could be palm strikes. They could just be asking hands. So that is the concept of to ask in Wing Chun. It's a very, very important one. Let me know what questions you have. I know this is a lot of information. 12 different Wing Chun techniques are a lot. But little by little, let me know what I can do, what I can help you with. I'm Sifu Adam Willis. If you're interested in my course, my online Wing Chun course, I have a 90-day program for beginners. And it's at wingchunlessons.com. We go through Sunim Tao. We go through the whole form step by step. Not super fast. You're going to learn little by little each week through the 90 days. Then I have concepts that I teach you, which are super important. Structure, root, posture, elements of good form, which we're big on posture and stance in our line of Wing Chun. We also go through energy work, simultaneous attack and defense, a lot of cool things. Oh, and we work on the dummy too. So you can learn the first set of the wooden dummy through what I'm teaching, and there's a lot of information just in that first set. 23 moves there, which I teach, and then I help you to get better, even using a metronome and things like that to help you get better and better at the dummy. So, wingchunlessons.com. Thank you much.